Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. In today's matchup, we've got a pair of running backs who are hoping for plenty of touches come their way. It's Ingram Saints going up against Ty Montgomery's Packers. For the call, let's send you out to the broadcast booth, where we'll join our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Here at the oldest continually operating stadium in the NFL as you get a look inside Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints. Welcome again, everybody, with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Godden, and yes, the rain is falling now, and it is supposed to continue to fall throughout this game. So how do you think that will impact this contest?
Well, first and foremost, both quarterbacks are going to make sure the officials have those dry footballs coming in each and every play and standing over them sometimes with a towel before the center gets up there to snap it. Second thing is the focus of all the guys who handle the football. Do they wear gloves? Do they take them off? Will they carry the ball high and tight to make sure they have good ball security? That's paramount in a game like this.
The New Orleans Saints coming off a 52-38 win last week against Detroit. And there's Drew Brees. He actually got a lot of help in that 52-38 win from the run game and the defense. It wasn't a typical Drew Brees game, was it?
No, it wasn't. He threw 2 interceptions, only 189 yards. But remember, he lost a few possessions because the Saints defense scored 3 times off of Detroit turnovers, or as they would say, their takeaways. So they're playing awfully well. First interceptions of the season thrown by Drew Brees, and it came in Week 6.
On first down, Brees. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make this a second down. And a look now at the offense for New Orleans.
Michael Thomas emerged from Ohio State as a mature route runner and a guy with tremendous ball skills downfield. But as one veteran New Orleans Saints player told me last year, his best attribute, he cares so much about the game and is all about winning. No matter what they need him to do on the field, he's willing to go get it done.
They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action and hit them over the top.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Shotgun now for Brees. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. So the offense lining up 1st and 10. They toss to Ingram, and he's got room. Powers ahead at the 45, and taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Back-to-back nice gains, that one for 14 yards and another first.
You never know where motivation's going to come from. I remember in 2016, Mark Ingram fumbled in 2 consecutive games and got benched in the 2nd game, but bounced back to go over 1,000 yards for the season.
Yeah, first time in his 6 NFL years that he's done that, finished with 1,043. So it'll be first down here after the run. Ingram again, a first down carry. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
Second down, Ingram. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Fresh set of downs here. Now the rookie out of Tennessee. This is Alvin Kamara. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only they're controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Breeze on the draw, gives to Kamara. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And a peek at the defense for the Packers.
Green Bay's defense in 2016 was a bit unbalanced. Number 8 against the run, but number 31 against the pass. So you know the offseason emphasis is on trying to make sure they shore up the secondary and increase the pass rush.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. Now they'll throw with Breeze. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Kobe Flainer, the tight end, his intended target. And now it's third down.
Well, they're slinging it. And then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive. But this is third down. From the gun, it's Breeze. And that is incomplete.
Well, they took the shot, didn't get it. There's definitely a difference here because they had a chance to get 7, maybe 8 if they pushed it. Instead, they'll likely settle for 3.
Yeah, opening drive, holding him to 3. Psychologically, maybe a win for the defense. On fourth down, off goes Drew Brees, and on comes the Saints kicker, Will Lutz, for the field goal attempt. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And Lutz's kick is good. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. Set to return. This is Jeff Janis. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. A Green Bay offense that is absent Aaron Rodgers. It will be Brett Hundley, the 24-year-old under center, and we saw him last week after Rodgers went down with the injury in that game against Minnesota. 157 yards and a touchdown. Did throw 3 interceptions, though.
Yeah, that's to be expected, coming off the bench cold like that. Remember, as a backup, you don't get very many reps in practice, so he was learning on the fly. They do like his potential, like what he's done in the preseason the last couple of years, and now he'll get his chance to be the starting quarterback for the Green Bay Packers. What have they had, 6?
Since
1992?
6 different quarterbacks since 92. How about that?
He becomes the 7th.
Now the first carry for Ty Montgomery. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Quickly now, here's a look at the Green Bay offense.
One thing about talent, it travels in the NFL, and Martellus Bennett, no matter where he plays, no matter what uniform he puts on, he plays at a Pro Bowl level. Strong, fast, smart, able to get down the middle of the field and also work on the perimeter to make big catches and provide an excellent target for his quarterback.
Throwing, Hundley. Looking sideline, incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up third down. This unit is rolling as we see the New Orleans starting defense. I don't know that we thought we would be saying that at this point in the season.
I'm not sure anyone saw this coming, but they brought back a defensive coordinator who'd been with the franchise previously, and he has really upped their game. He's forced 5 turnovers against Detroit. Scored a franchise record 3 touchdowns, but it hasn't been just one game. Over the last 3 games, they're just giving up 12 points per game. They have 13 sacks in that span.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now Hundley. And complete on the right side to Bennett. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the third down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Well, before this next offensive drive gets going, you know, we still have 2 0-6 teams in the NFL, the 49ers and the Browns, and you're looking at me because I know you made a prediction that one of these 2 teams would win this past week.
Yeah, we had the Giants in there going into it as well, right? We had the Giants, 49ers, and Browns, and I predicted that the Browns would be the first to get off the schneid. Instead, it was the Giants. So the Browns looking at me with a little crooked eye, aren't they? Like, hey, just leave us alone and let us play. Don't make any more predictions, man.
Breeze now on first down. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And that'll bring up second down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Back to the air on second down. It's Breeze. And it's caught. Kobe Flainer. And they'll get it all the way out near midfield to the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Throwing on first down is Breeze. And they finally get to him as he's taken down. Clay Matthews from his outside linebacker spot. He gets him down here for a loss of 4.
All right, partner, count with me. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. Look, he had all day to throw the football and never got rid of it and allowed for the sack. That's not on the offensive line.
Breeze to throw on second down. It's complete. Flater, right side. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball,
Get a completion.
you get a catch,
Yeah.
but still,
No
yardage. Okay.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on third down. The play fake to Ingram. Now it's Breeze. He finds Coleman. And he's going to go out of bounds at the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 16 for number 16. Saints were the best team in the NFL on third down last year. 49% conversion rate. Helps when you have Drew Brees back there.
It certainly does, because he is just so analytical in everything he does. Goes through every progression on every snap in practice, so not much surprises in my game day.
Now a play fake here on first down. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. That's a matchup maybe they go back to their outer third of the field as this game continues.
Yeah, I think back to my high school coach, John Ford. He used to say when we got big plays early in a game or good plays, you know, he'd say, foul it away, lad, foul it away, because he'd want to come back to it later in a key situation. They may come back to this one a little more often than that.
Didn't he say laddie or did he say lad?
Yeah, it just depended on what he was feeling at the moment.
Okay, I thought that was the guy you told me about that used to say laddie a lot.
Laddie, when you heard laddie, he was usually in a pretty good mood. Lad,
Into the red zone, it's Breeze. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. carries to Ingram on the draw. A great move in there, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now Breeze. The quick slant caught. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And the Packers pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So a first quarter fumble in the rain, and this isn't supposed to let up. They've had flash flood warnings just west of here, so they better get used to this.
And it's hard to do real early in the game because you're so amped up and you're trying to do so much. You've got to get used to it, though. You've got to focus in on the ball, make sure you're taking care of it. That one cost him.
They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Second down following the run. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
There hasn't been much to crow about when we talk about defenders in New Orleans in recent years. But Cameron Jordan certainly is a guy that we should respect.
Is he what they will kind of build around on that line?
Yeah, they have to, because not only is he a good player out on the edge, he can work inside a little bit as well. But it's his leadership and his passion for the game that they'll really utilize.
Here we go.
He'll look to throw. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. A big loss on the play. That's the bad news. A consolation, they keep the football.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick. He's going to field this at the 4, and he's got some space here. Oh, we got a second here before this next drive starts. It seems like every week we're talking injuries, and we had 3 quarterback shoulder injuries from this last week.
Yeah, and it's really unfortunate because we're talking about some of the most recognizable players in the league. Jameis Winston really coming on as a young quarterback. Trevor Siemian, captain of the Denver Broncos, and won the job for a 2nd year in a row. And, of course, Aaron Rodgers maybe the best quarterback in the league. You know, Rodgers probably gone for the season. Winston, I think they could have brought him back, but they were cautious with him and kept him out of the game. And Simeon did play in the second half in their loss to the Giants.
Yeah, that's the good news. 2 of the 3 able to return. Unfortunately for Rodgers, not looking so good. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
Well, partner, I guess that answers the question about whether they're going to sit on it or not.
It does. Now we'll see if they try that again.
Yeah, I think what we find on plays like that, when you take that shot, if you're unsuccessful, then you go way more conservative to finish the half, you know? I think that's the way they'll go.
Breeze hands to Ingram. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
From the gun on 3rd down, Breeze. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. At the end of 1, it's the Saints in the lead early here. We're back to Lambeau in just a moment.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. They go play action here on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. Breeze gives it up to Ingram. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Nick Perry in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. And, partner, it's safe to say that the secondary really contributed to that sack.
They had nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They covered everything, nowhere to go with the football. But my question is, why didn't he throw it away?
Now the 9th-year man from LSU, Thomas Morstead on to punt. Trevor Davis deep for Green Bay. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up up-tempo type of an offense just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
To Montgomery to begin the drive. And an alley to run. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
I think many people thought Ty Montgomery would automatically go back to being a wide receiver this year, but it appears he's going to stay at running back. I know they drafted Jamal Williams from BYU, but Montgomery proving his worth.
And he proved it, proved it last year. 5.4 yards per carry, 4th best in the league. First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Back to throw here. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Sheldon Rankins with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
Here we go. 1, 9.
Back to throw. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. A big loss on the play. That's the bad news. A consolation, they keep the football.
And I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
So a free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away. And some room to maneuver. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. He'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite powering through the tackle. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. But winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game. But when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, One broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
Again, they'll run with Ingram. They find some open field here. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Now a handoff to Ingram. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. A handoff. It's Mark Ingram. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
There's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers that can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
Not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Encroachment, defense.
And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
Now Breeze throwing on 2nd down. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
On 2nd down, here's Breeze. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
To throw, it's Breeze. And that's off the mark, incomplete. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of the story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass and you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. So the incomplete pass brings up second down. Back to the ground, it's Kamara. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
The offense on third down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is third and goal. Throwing now is Breeze. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Willie Snead from 10 yards out. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. Coming into the year, Breeze, 465 touchdown passes. Add another one to the total.
You know, it's funny. I just talked with his college head coach, and he told me that when Drew was a sophomore at Purdue, they weren't sure he was truly the starter, even though he started the opening game. And he made a play early in that one where the coach got on the headset and told the rest of the staff, well, fellas, we found our quarterback. Now we got to make sure we find the rest of our team.
Breeze hasn't looked back since.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field stands.
Will Lutz on for the point after. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out is Brett Hundley and the rest of the offense as they'll take over here. I think this crowd not really sure what to make of things. You know, their guys have not looked very good. Their leader here at the top, he hasn't looked that great either.
And most of the time you hear guys talk about how they don't let the crowd affect them or they block it off. Well, that's not really fully true, because a lot of the times you ride the wave of emotion with a crowd when it's positive for you. In this case, they've got to find a way to shake it off and at least get something done to maybe put the crowd back on their side.
Absolutely. Give these guys something to cheer about.
Here we go. What?
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. For Jordy last year, tremendous. NFL's comeback player of the year, 97 catches, over 1,200 yards, and led the NFL 14 receiving touchdowns.
Well deserving to be the comeback player of the year, but I know these types of competitors, they don't like to be the ones to come back from anything. They just want to be consistent, and Jordy Nelson is definitely that.
Let's go. Brand 38.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Let's go. Brand 38. Brand 38.
On second down, Montgomery. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And he's finally taken down, but not before he reaches the 14. It's a big play that time for the Packers. 46 yards on the ground. The ultimate speedster, showing that speed in front of this home crowd. They love that.
Made me stand up on that run, because right now all I want to do is wave to the crowd. More noise, more noise. You got to reward him for that one. A big-time monster run.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Larry Ridley will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. See if they stay on the ground for second down. They'll drop to throw. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Jordy Nelson, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers have cut it back within a score. And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, if you have him, you use him, because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
On is Mason Crosby for the point after. And that one makes it 14-7. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And the result, a Green Bay score. Crosby on now to kick it away. To return it, Alvin Kamara. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Well, Charles, let's take a step back from this game for a second. We're 6 weeks into the NFL season. Super Bowl predictions. What do you have?
Well, I go back to preseason. We had a little chat about it, and, of course, we both said, hey, let's go out on a limb and pick some wild ones. And, of course, that meant you took...
Yeah, I took the Falcons and the Patriots really out on a limb.
Yeah, and I took the Patriots and the Packers. Did the exact same thing. We both kind of went chalk across the board on that one. But now that we're 6 weeks in, what are you thinking?
Yeah, I've got a revision. I'm going to go Browns 49ers.
I love it. Now, it's going to be a bowl. Maybe not super.
Maybe not super.
In this year.
But they're not mathematically eliminated.
No, but
Who do you take it?
Listen, Green Bay now might not have Aaron Rodgers the rest of the way. New England's struggling on defense. Okay, if we're going to take a little bit of a revision here, let's go with the Kansas City Chiefs coming out of the AFC and coming out of the NFC. Somehow, defense finds its way through. Seattle struggles their way in and gets it done.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they run successful.
Here's Thomas Morstead now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his 1st. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, we gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. That pass going awry gives me a second to fit in a stat that you told me. The 3 worst rushing offenses in the NFL this past week, Charles, all had 100-yard runners, and they all got a win.
Yeah, how about the motivation for a couple of them, too? Adrian Peterson going to the Cardinals, he had a lot to prove, didn't he? He wanted to let everyone know that he still had the juice, and he ran all over Tampa Bay. How about Miami going into Atlanta and upsetting the Falcons, and Jay Ajayi got back on track? But did you have Orleans Darkwa of the Giants putting a 100 spot on the Denver Broncos in Denver
I would be
and
lying.
winning?
I did not have that.
You did not have
No.
that. Just think, all three of them won their game. Yeah, if you run the football in the league, you've got a chance to be successful.
The Packers on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10.
Let's go. Man 38.
Throwing, Hundley. And some room to roam now. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Now Hundley toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. And fans, a quick reminder from the NFL, after nearly a decade of working together in the fight against breast cancer, this year the NFL and the American Cancer Society, they're broadening the scope of their efforts to tackle multiple types of cancer. And you can learn more about the expanded Crucial Catch initiative and access the Defender, a new digital tool that provides personalized tips on reducing your cancer risk at NFL.com/crucial catch.
And I applaud the NFL for broadening its scope here, because cancer affects us all in many different ways, and now everyone will have the ones that they can focus on and be able to support.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard.
Come on, let's go.
They'll look to throw. He's got his target. It's Cobb. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. And we are back here. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. So the offense takes a timeout, and now we're set to get going. To throw now on 1st down. And Nelson's got it here right side. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. And before the 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock. Just 1 yard to go here on 2nd down.
Here we go.
They're going to look to throw. He gets it over the middle to Cobb. And he's brought down. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. This is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. The new acquisition, Martellus Bennett, the intended target. That'll bring up second down.
Can't fault the offensive line for that incompletion at all. He had all day to throw the football. Their alarm clocks went off early today, didn't they?
Absolutely they did. He was surveying, finally let it go, but incomplete. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Saints out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
Okay, Brandon, thanks, and welcome everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get to the highlights. The Packers are behind right now, but the home crowd should give them a boost. The Saints have come in and look good as the road team, and will just keep trying to play hard and maintain the lead going forward. All right, let's roll those moving pictures. Now to late in the second. Breeze gonna find his mark, and he capped off the long drive with the TD. As they move out in front, 14-0. Staying late in the second. Huntley's got the completion here, and this goes 12 yards for the score. Trailing now by just a touchdown. Still late in the first half. Cobb's wide open, able to make the grab. And he'll eventually be brought down, but not before getting to the 37-yard line. So that'll do it from here in Orlando. Let's get you back up to Green Bay as we rejoin Brandon and Charles at Lambeau Field.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Packers get set to go. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
Let's go! Grand 38! Grand 38!
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Charles, that'll give us an opportunity to survey the league-wide landscape. I always talk about, oh, well, there's maybe some parity reigning supreme. I think there really is. Gosh, you had the Giants with a shocking win, Falcons with a shocking loss. You just never know what's going to happen in this league.
How about the Chargers beating the Raiders? That's another one that's a little bit of a shocker. And then finally, the last undefeated team, Kansas City, losing at home to Pittsburgh, which made the 1972 Dolphins very, very happy people. And think of it.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Tyler Davison able to swap him from that defensive tackle spot for a loss of 5. And I know it seems like we say this a lot in broadcast booths, but a quarterback can hold on to the football too long in these situations. I think he did right there.
Oh, I agree with you totally. Sometimes you have to understand situations. Get rid of the football, save some yardage to make it less to gain for the next down. Instead, he was so hipped on ball security, he held on to it and took a big sack.
The Packers on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15.
Come on, let's go!
looking to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. On now is the Packers punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
Yeah,
defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Brought in left side by Snead. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
On the counter, Ingram. Room here to run. There goes Mark Ingram. Touchdown, New Orleans. Mark Ingram, 33 yards. And the Saints add on to their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. It's good, and it's 21-10. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's Mark Ingram who caps it off with a touchdown run. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule.
What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this will be incomplete. Well, Charles, to switch gears, I know we've both seen what the NFL has done the last decade or so for breast cancer and the research and raising all the money and awareness. They're broadening the scope this year with the American Cancer Society with the Crucial Catch Initiative, and I think they're doing a really good job.
I love what they've done with that because cancer affects just about everyone in our society, but it's all different types. So it's not just breast cancer, which we've done such a great job, and the league's done such a great job of illuminating over the years. But now they're saying, hey, a lot of people affected by many different forms of cancer, so they all have a color associated with them as well. So you're seeing a rainbow of colors that people are now saying, hey, let's bring a little more light to this cause as well.
And for more on the Crucial Catch Initiative, you can go to NFL.com/Crucial Catch. The Packers on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Here I go. What?
He'll look to throw. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Ingram again. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The Saints on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on 1st down. Now they'll throw with Breeze. Fighting to stay upright. goes. A coverage sack. Took too long to get rid of it. Nick Perry from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8. It felt like he was in the pocket all day, never got rid of it.
And when you have that much time, you've got to either find someone open or get rid of it, because with that amount of time to throw the ball, that means the offensive line's done a really nice job.
Breeze to throw on second down. That's caught. It's Coleman. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Now Breeze on third down. And that's complete to Lewis. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And a big 32-yard play on third.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
When you think of Mike Daniels, you think of strength. Hard to knock off the football, but surprising quickness and ability to move and evade people. How about that play there?
Well, he can squat 600 pounds, so that's how he caught people's attention coming into the league, and he caught our attention right there. A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. Now flags will come in, and I think this is against the Saints up front.
False start, offense.
So pin that one on the rookie right tackle.
Remember those days when the right side was simply the run-blocking side? Now you're dealing with some of the better pass rushers in the league. It'll make you a little jittery.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Following the penalty, it's Kamara. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. He'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll bring up 4th down. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be from 56 yards out. And that one will be no good. He never had it on line. It's well wide to the left, and this score will stay right where it is.
I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. Yet in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder. And sure enough, they can't convert here.
The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
So the missed 56-yarder, and now the flip side. Good starting field position at the 46 near midfield. He'll drop to throw. Left side completion to Jones. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. And that one results in 35 yards.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Handoff comes to Montgomery. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
So we've got a 2nd and 5.
Come on, let's go. 1, 9, 5.
And this is the 10th carry for Ty Montgomery. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
Now back to throw. And his throw is incomplete. He was out there waving his arms saying throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. A give. This is Montgomery. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd and goal.
Well, sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half. You're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
Yeah, not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
Let's go. 1, 9, 5.
Good play here. 3rd down and goal from the 2. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. A great effort there. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Packers are back within a score. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
Here we go. 1, 9.
out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. So the try for two successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the two-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a three-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a two-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
Crosby on now to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 8. Oh, little 360. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Mark Ingram now gears up to help lead this offense back out there. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably got some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. They go play action here on first down. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kevin King, the rookie from Washington. Then he will take it across midfield and down to the 45.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. Now, these guys hardly got a chance to catch their breath after the quick turnover, but I doubt they're complaining much.
Especially with the field position they get to start with. I wouldn't be complaining either. I'd want to get right back out there and get after them, because now you have an opportunity to make a big play. I'd say let's be aggressive and go after him.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And Ty Montgomery has it complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A nice gain of 21 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
Here we go. 1, 9.
They run. Montgomery. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it, because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Let's see what the offense comes with here. 2nd and 8.
Here we go. Brand 38. Brand 38.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Caught on the right side by Adams. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
I know Davante Adams really developed in 2016 as a receiver for Green Bay. I think he had plenty of incentive, because when Aaron Rodgers breaks contain, gets out of the pocket, anything can happen downfield. You can find yourself open, can't you?
And it makes Adams a high-volume guy. Week 7 and 8 last year, 25 catches, highest two-game total in the illustrious history of the Packers. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Time to get another play in here as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Lambeau. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Throwing, Hundley. This pass caught at the 4. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. The Packers on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. On 3rd down, they go Montgomery. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Ty Montgomery, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Packers have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. So from 3 scores down, these guys have fought all the way back to grab the lead. And I'll just tell people what happened when they went up 3 scores. I wrote on your paper 2 words, game over, and now I'm eating those words. I was wrong.
A little salt, a little pepper, goes down pretty easily.
I will admit when I make a mistake.
Well, it looked like it was going that way. This is one of those paging Frank Reich moments, and I can't believe I just brought that up, because Frank Reich at Maryland in college did it to my Tennessee Volunteers, and that was a big reason why my team lost.
Sounds like you still harbor some pain from that game.
You know, we still got a little time to work it out with the doctor.
Crosby on now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. 23 yards on the play. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
The play fake to Ingram. Now it's Breeze. Caught by Snead over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the play. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver, because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. He dumps it down to Ingram. A gain of 4 on the play, and it's a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. Again, it's Breeze. And he is out of bounds, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Breeze finding Snead there for a Saint 1st down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row, I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Now Ingram, he's been busy today. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Saints have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. A drive that time of 6 plays, and the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
Here we go. Brand 38.
Now Hundley. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Sheldon Rankins in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And a long way to go for the offense here on second down.
Here we go. Brand 38.
Back to throw. Caught by Nelson left side. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a pickup of 16 there that'll lead to a new set of downs. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Let's go.
He'll look to throw. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Second down here after the incomplete pass.
Come on, let's go.
They'll set up a throw. Caught right side, Davis. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 4.
Let's go.
They're going to look to throw. Oh, he can't hang on to it. Almost intercepted. They would have loved the first pick of the game there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. And if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
On now is the Packers punter. He's been terrific so far. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Breeze now on first down. They go screen. This is Ingram. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. A good first down call as the screen play gets him 9.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They've got to go thank the guys on D.
Offense readies for a 2nd and 1. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. From the gun, it's Breeze. And his throw here's incomplete. Thomas the intended target, and it's 2nd down.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
2nd down following the incompletion. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. They go play action for Ingram. Now Breeze. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. That one goes for 24 yards.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. And now a first down following that long gain. And a 20th carry now for Ingram. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Now Breeze. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And tough starting field position here. To throw now in his own end zone. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. On the carry, it's Montgomery. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation. One
of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. And he's going to have the 1st down as he gets this up to his own 11. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. So this offense really needs to make something happen here late in the 4th with the football.
Here we go.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. He'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Martellus Bennett, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Let's go!
Back to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. He's back to throw. And nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clinched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance here on 4th down. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Here we go.
They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. The D brought the house. They called the blitz, and they get to the quarterback, overwhelming the O-line.
And I would love to know, and we'll find out later on, was that called before the play, or did they audible into it? Because defenses change plays as well as offenses. Sometimes they get the set they want. They go right to the blitz, and in this case, they nailed it. Got right to the quarterback. No chance on that 4th down.
Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. They have the 3-point lead. Defense did their job. Now, late game, although it looks good, you know the coaches, they haven't counted this as a victory yet.
I agree with you totally. Big applause for the defense, but no one is taking their headset off on the sidelines. They don't believe this game is over. The offense has to close this one out by taking care of the football.
And they'll try to close it out now. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On 2nd down, Ingram. Down right around the 25. And now the Packers going to take another timeout. That'll be their 2nd, so one more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. So a ways to go here on 3rd and 10. A 10th carry for Kamara. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. And Lutz puts this one through. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get the 3 here, but you wonder whether that's going to be enough.
Yeah, I mean, you've now made it so they need a touchdown rather than a field goal to catch them. But you're right. If they'd gotten 6 out of that drive, this would be a much different game.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This is taken at his 4. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Back to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. This pass rush, they've been excellent all game long, and another example of it right there in the closing moment.
Not only with the pass rush, but how well they're coached, because if you don't quite get there, get to the quarterback, get your hands up into the passing lane and knock it away, as we just saw there.
Here we go.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. His throw incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
The Saints with an extra defensive back here on 3rd on the field.
Could they blitz?
Let's go. 1, 9.
Looking to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. They have the lead, still a one-possession game, but the defense got the stop. They've got the football now, just salted away, right?
Exactly. That's all the defense is counting on from their offense. They did their job in a big way. You know they're over on the sidelines now starting to take their tape off, and, hey, we've done this thing. The offense has to put it away, and that means ball security.
Absolutely. Stranger things have happened. The Saints in victory formation now as they'll take the knee. Drew Brees with a kneel down, and that ought to do it. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys
I'm a little
that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone, from